Level 1. The Ghost in the Machine. You're 32. Your startup failed. The brutal kind, where you sign your house over to the bank and your wife divorces you. You have a master's in security architecture and 300,000 pounds in debt. You live in your car, showering at a gym, while loan sharks call every morning at 9 a.m. Their calm, polite voices send a chill down your spine. A man in a Mayfair suit finds you at a cafe. He doesn't ask how you are. He slides a blueprint across the table. A private gallery in Knightsbridge. Find the flaw, he says. The fee is 50,000 pounds for 1 hour of your opinion. Your hands are clean. This is just consulting. You hand over a report detailing the 47-second blind spot in the laser grid and the guard's 2:17 a.m. cigarette break. You're brilliant. You're solving a puzzle. 2 days later, the money hits a new account. You pay off a shark and rent an apartment. You feel smart. Useful. This is your first mistake.
Nope.
You think you're a consultant. They already know you're a thief. You just haven't stolen anything yet. Level 2. The Ghost becomes a thief. 6 months pass. The man in the suit returns. He doesn't ask this time. He tells. The client was impressed. Tonight, you loop the feed. The fee is 150,000 pounds. You say it's too risky. He slides a photo across your new kitchen table. It's your ex-wife, coming out of her new job. The message is clear. You are already in. You're in a van 3 miles from the gallery. You watch the guard on the live feed. He's at his desk, talking to his daughter on the phone. He's telling her a bedtime story. Your job is to freeze his world for 60 seconds. You execute the loop. The screen stutters, then plays the same silent second of footage on a loop. For him, nothing happens. For you, everything changes. The lasers go dark. You hear the soft, precise click of the display case over the comms. A whisper of movement. Then the all clear. The loop ends. The guard finishes his story. He never looks up. You never touch the painting. But you open the door. You are no longer a consultant. You are an accomplice. The adrenaline is a drug. The money hits your account in the morning. 150,000 pounds. You realize you're not a felon yet. You buy a new identity. A clean passport from a man who doesn't keep records. You tell yourself you can stop anytime. You have the money now. You're lying. The hook isn't the money. It's the silence. The perfect, elegant silence of a job done right. No police, no screams, just a missing painting and a perfect, empty space. Level 3. The Transporter. The man in the suit is gone. You get a call from a number that doesn't exist. His voice is flat. There's a crate in Marseille. Bring it to Geneva. The fee is 400,000 pounds. You don't ask questions. You book a first-class ticket. You are a professional. The crate waits in a sub-zero storage unit, a sleek, white coffin for a masterpiece. Inside is a Monet. To the world, it's a priceless treasure. To you, it's 40 pounds of highly combustible risk. You aren't an art lover anymore. You're a logistics solution moving a ghost across a border. You are the weakest link now. Airports, customs dogs, nervous hands across a polished counter. You learn the rules. Always first class. They bother you less. Never make eye contact with security. The paperwork is perfect. It is all a lie. The crate is listed as industrial ceramic samples. In Zurich, a customs dog goes alert. It's a Belgian Malinois. It sniffs the crate. Your blood stops. Your mouth goes dry. The handler pulls the dog away. False positive, he says. He winks at you. You don't breathe for 10 minutes. You realize then that the handler didn't miss the scent. He was just paid more to ignore it. You deliver the crate to a warehouse in Geneva. A woman in a lab coat scans it, nods. A man hands you a briefcase of 400,000 pounds. You don't go home. You check into a hotel under a new name. You sit on the bed and you realize the truth. You're not moving art. You're moving risk. And with this delivery, you have absorbed that risk permanently. You are now on the payroll. Level 4. The Broker. 18 months later, you get a new office, a townhouse in Knightsbridge. A man meets you there. He doesn't smile. Your operational knowledge is a liability, he says. We're moving you upstream. Your new salary is £1 million. Your job is ownership records. You are a forger of history. A stolen Rembrandt arrives in your vault with no past. You give it one. You create auction records from houses that burned down decades ago. You forge shipping manifests from defunct great companies. You hack digital archives and insert a ghost, a painting that always belonged to a reclusive European family. You turn looted into long lost. You turn evidence into heirloom. This is the moral corruption. You aren't stealing art anymore. You're erasing it. You delete its true past so a billionaire can own its fake future. The money is abstract now. It flows into accounts in Liechtenstein, the Caymans. You buy a penthouse overlooking the Thames. It is paid for with lies. You look at your reflection in the bulletproof glass. You don't recognize the man staring back. Level 5. The Acquisitions Manager. You hire the ghosts now. Kids with nothing to lose sent into galleries you've never seen. You are the voice on the comms, the detached brain in the temperature-controlled office. On your center monitor, a grainy thermal feed from Berlin. A flashlight beam cuts the dark. A panic whisper. Then a muzzle flash freezes the frame. A guard crumples, clutching his thigh. The feed cuts to black. The next morning, over espresso, you read the clinical report. Ballistic trauma, full recovery. You tap your tablet. 50,000 euros. A soft chime confirms the transfer for his medical bills. It's just a line item, a cost-benefit analysis. You feel nothing, and that's what scares you. The cleaning comes next. A news alert pops up. A pixelated mugshot of a kid you hired in Milan. He's 22, tired and taking a plea deal. He knows your old name. Your lawyer makes a 47-second call. The deal collapses. New evidence appears in your inbox. Altered CCTV footage, placing the kid elsewhere during the heist. You forward it to an untraceable server. The kid gets 20 years. You send a final payment to his family. The confirmation screen flashes green. It's not compassion, it's severance. You're just wiping a smudge from a white surface, maintaining the silence of a billion-dollar tomb. Then, one day, the Shadow Collector requests a meeting. His face is obscured, his voice digitally altered. "The Cezanne in Philadelphia," he says. "I've wanted it for years." The security is federal grade, a trap door with layers of protection. You run the numbers and tell him it can be done. He says, "I know." The bonus is 7 figures. The penalty for failure is not discussed. You understand. The penalty is you. You are no longer an employee. You are a belonging, and he is checking his inventory. Level 6. The Shadow Curator. Success grants access. You are flown to a private island. You are led down a staircase that descends into the bedrock. It's not a basement. It's the loo after the apocalypse. Silent. Climate controlled. Endless white walls under soft light. The collector is a silhouette at the far end. "This is my legacy," his altered voice echoes. You are its curator. Your fee is a percentage of an unthinkable whole. You stop thinking in pounds. You think in fractions of a Picasso. Your job is authentication in silence. You hire the best forgers in the world to create flawless ownership records for originals. You build paper trails that lead to dead ends and burn archives. You become an expert in the art of erasure. You don't steal paintings. You steal their money. The collector points to an empty space in the vast wall. "For the Cezanne," he says. You give the order. Someone else takes the risk. You wait in the basement, watching news feeds on a bank of monitors. No reports, no alarms. When the painting arrives, you feel nothing but relief. Then a cold spike of pride. You delivered the impossible. The emotion is gone in a second. You log the painting into the system. It gets a code, P187. It is now an asset. You live in a villa with everything, a chef, a pool, a view of the endless ocean. But you go nowhere. Your daughter at Oxford thinks you're a tech investor. You fund her life with money washed so clean it sparkles. You have guards who aren't there to protect you. They're there to protect the island from you. You have become the system. The money is everything and nothing. You trade a piece of your soul for every masterpiece you catalog, and the walls are still so empty. Level 7. The Point of No Return. The order is a quiet notification on a custom tablet. The collector's daughter is at a cafe with a journalist. A high-res photo shows her sliding a flash drive across the table. The collector's voice is a digital monotone. This conversation cannot happen. You don't pull a trigger. You swipe a slider on your screen from active to resolved. You watch a GPS map of London. A blue dot representing the journalist's phone moves towards a bridge, flickers once, and vanishes. A single word appears in your chat. Done. A banner slides down. Level 8. The Final Masterpiece. The collector is dead. You wait for the police, but they never come. Instead, you hear the hydraulic thrum of the bunker's blast door's ceiling. On your console, the exit command turns red, then deletes itself line by line until the screen goes black. You are trapped in a billion-dollar tomb. Once a month, a drone boat docks in the sea cave, dropping luxury supplies before vanishing. You wander white galleries surrounded by stolen genius. You stop in front of the first painting you ever consulted on. You realize the art was never the prize. The collector didn't want the paintings. He wanted the man who could steal them. You are the final acquisition, a living masterpiece of corruption, appreciating in value because you can never be released.